Shalom, shalom. This is just real quick, 1, 2, 3, low, and you get a laugh and a smile at this. All praise to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahawashi is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and great millstone who been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put on their spirit to endure. And Almighty Shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High increase them in this knowledge. Shalom, shalom to the wives and the single sisters. Continue to be believers in His word. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Now, this title should make you laugh. It says a KK member's son died for 3 minutes and said, "Angels are on niggers." In Yahawashi, but you see on the drink, it says Jesus is a coon too. This was in May 1st, 2017 news, right? And that's what he said. He said, "What the fuck? I came across this crazy story, and well, I just wanted to share it. It's vulgar and racist, but it's hardly surprising that if there were angels in Jesus up in heaven, that they would be dark-skinned or black. Maybe this kid was dumb, but has cotton into the facts, not the BS fed to him by his Alabama KKK father." So what allegedly happened? Back in 2014, a report surfaced that Billy Landers, the son of a well-known KKK member in Mobile, Alabama, who was suffering from liver failure, was technically dead for 3 minutes before resuscitated. During that time, the 13-year-old claims he visited the afterlife. It was all niggers. I told WKRG News after the ordeal there were a few white people, but they were just entertaining the blacks, like playing basketball. There were a lot of niggers. Angels watching them play basketball. Lander said Jesus was a coon too. Jesus wasn't white like Daddy says he is. I asked my father, why is Jesus a nigger? He couldn't answer. I've been taught that God and Jesus hate niggers, that God cursed them by turning their skin black. They were mud people. Billy's father said son's experience has not made him question white supremacists and Anglo-Saxon Jesus. Is kind of disturbing to me that he came back with stories of niggers in heaven. He told reporters, but clearly my son is suffering from some sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger disease. That's what I'm going to call it. Or something. There's no way Jesus is a nigger. I'm going to have my boy put on psychotic medication. So he basically about to have that kid high, literally high. But this is funny, man. This is hilarious. You got somebody in 2019, June the 19th, they commented and said, "Skin of bronze, hair of wool." That sounds like a nappy head, light-skinned brother to me. But that's all flesh. For we are supposed to be spirit, not flesh. So we should stop arguing about skin and flesh. It really doesn't matter. What really matters is the kind of spirit is in you. God bless you, all you people in here. Now, skin does matter. He's saying skins of bronze. That sound like a light skin. No light skin is bronze. But first, let's get Hebrews 7:14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. Now today, Judah would most likely be an African American, But this is Revelations chapter 1, verse 1. It says the revelations, the revealing of Yahawashi HaMashiach, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signify it by his angel into his servant John, Salaki, right? So when we drop down to, let's just drop down to the point, verse 13, in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, right? So he had a garment down to the foot, to the paps. And it says, girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Not like WWE belt, but he had a golden belt, right? Verse 14, his head and his hairs, so the hair on his face and the hair on his head were white like wool. So he had woolly nappy hair like sheep, as white as snow, and his eyes were a flame of fire. And you just go back to Genesis, right? And they show you right here, Daniel 10:6. But you can go to Genesis, the 49th chapter, where it says Judah has milky white teeth and red eyes, right? But the red eyes is because he's a wine bibber. But if you really get into these scriptures, you know, he stressed over Israel, right? Verse 15, it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, which is a brown penny, and as if they burned in a furnace. So if you put anything in a furnace, it turns black. Like how you see my screen, in the dark, like that type of black. But he's, man, if he was that black, he midnight. But he was just a dark brown brother, a very dark brown brother. Like he was dark. And it says, in his voice as the sounds of many waters, right? He had that all stern voice, right? It's just like if I tell my daughter to sit down, she'll start crying, man. My youngest daughter, she'll start crying. Even my second youngest, you'll say something to her, she'll bug out and cry like it's the end of the world, right? But it's that all stern voice that Yahawashi has that sounds like many waters. This young kid seen a black man, right? And they want to say color don't matter. Brothers want to, I think if they is quoting 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 7, you know, the Lord is telling Samuel, I'm not looking at the outward appearance, because he was about to anoint a king. But our looks have the looks point to who you are, right? But it's really by the seed of the Father. So if looks don't matter, why would they depict Jesus as a European? If looks don't mean anything, why couldn't they just leave him the way he was? And the scriptures show you that they saw the images and made it their own likeness. So it shows that color do matter. So whoever Mark Montez says that flesh, it really doesn't matter, right? The flesh don't matter because it's full of sin, but flesh doesn't have nothing to do with color. Now, if the man is a color, it has something to do with it. But your color don't make you an Israelite, right? It really goes off a descendant, right? And we're going to have chocolate covered Israelites too. But I'm going to tell you right now, Yahawashi is not an imposter. He's not mulatto. He's not light-skinned. He is a black brother, right? He's like Blackson. He could look mostly like me or Wesley Snipes. He probably look like your great-great-granddaddy, right? But I'm gonna just read this. This is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. But Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For Yahweh seeth not as men seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yahweh looketh on the heart. So even when Yahawashi was created, you know, the Lord is always looking in the inward heart. But that don't take away from the outward appearance of how Yahawashi look, right? And when he was on the earth, he was a dark-skinned man. And when he comes back, he's going to be how the scriptures say. And when John the Revelator seen him, he seen him in a glory form, right? Paps, girded, let alone when you, I think 17 in Revelations, or is it 16? He was glowing, and it's just the same glow as Moses, right? Yahawashi is going to come back with glory. And when John seen him, he seen him like in a spirit way. He didn't see him because he was already walking the earth. So this was his glorified form, right? To the best of his ability that he was able to explain. And that was a so-called dark black man. So Mr. Lander, where he says, I asked my father why Jesus was a nigger. Well, I want you to know, when you go to Acts the 13th chapter, let's just go to it, you know, the handy dandy blue letter Bible, Acts the 13th chapter verse 1. It says, now there were in the church that was in Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, Lucius and Cyrene, Manin, which had been brought up with Herod the tetrarch, and Saul, which I'm going to just go to the word Niger, or we could just say nigger, and let's see what it says.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
So yeah, it says nigger. Now I don't have my earphones on, but it says nigger. And it's a Latin word, and it's spelled Neeger. And what does nigger means? Black, right? When you go to Strong's definition, it means black. Nigger, a Christian, right? So when he say Yahawashi was a nigger, man, yes, he was black. Yahawashi was black. Yes, he was indeed a brown chocolate drop brother. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying, you know, straight to the point, and you got to laugh a little. But with that, man, I want to say shalom and all praise to Yahawashi.